Hello artist. I'm going to show you how you can start to make a stuffed animal. So this is a project that takes a few days, so kind of plan ahead and choose if this is something that you're interested in, so watch carefully. Even if you're like, I already know that's not for me, please watch the next few art classes because you might need some of these skills. So the first thing that everybody needs to start out with is a piece of drawing paper so that you can draw your monsters or whatever you want to make. You need to keep the shapes very simple. Draw with a pencil, of course. You can use front and back, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a pen so you can see it. Now these monsters are gonna be pretty small, so try to use almost all of the paper. If you make a really small monster, when you what we're drawing is the inside out of the monster, which means when we flip it, it gets even a lot smaller. So try to use almost the whole paper, and maybe make one on the front and one on the back so you can see what you like better. I'm gonna keep the arms and legs like little fat nubs. Okay, so you can make whatever type of head that you want. Again, keep it pretty simple. I like to sketch. You could tell I'm sketching because I'm kind of making scratchy marks. All right. Should also tell you that I am not the best at sewing. This guy looks crazy. So anyway, you could pick the front and the back. You could practice if you are like, I don't know, well, I like it. You could practice a face to see if you like it or not. Okay, so let's pretend that that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It is not. The next thing you're gonna need is, well, actually you need 2 pieces of fabric. They do not have to be the same. So I picked 2 pieces of felt. Now, if the felt or the fabric is different on each side, as some like prettier fabric is, you need to look at the uglier side, and the pretty side should touch the other pretty side, if that makes sense. So, because this is what you're actually going to see in the finished product. So right now I'm going to close that up though. I'm going to take my monster on the front, and you're going to need these pins that have the something at the top of them, and you're going to need to pin it in. So to pin, gosh, I hope you could see this well, you're going to stick it down, similar, close to the edge, maybe just a little ways in, bend it, and then you're going to stick it back through. The best way to do this is to fold and push it through. So the pin goes in and comes back out on the same direction. All right, so I need to do that all over. Some of the pins will just have a flat head instead. Those are fine too. Try to have them all go the same direction, because otherwise you end up poking yourself more. So it goes in, fold it, and then smooth out your work each time. All right. You see I'm putting them maybe every couple inches. Keep track of these pins. Eventually, of course, you'll take them out, and I want them all back. The felt is going to be harder when you cut your monsters out, which is going to be my next step. All right. So let's pretend I've already pinned it all. Clearly, I have not done that. Then you're going to take some sharper scissors. So you'll need to borrow a pair of my sharper scissors if you get to this part today. And you're going to cut it out with all the pieces together. I want to save the extra scraps because I think people might want to use them for their face, bellies, whatever. Take your time and do not be wasteful. This isn't a project to just be like, I'm just gonna give it a whirl and then give up after a day. If you make a commitment to make this, then make a commitment. If you want to cut your monster out before you pin it, that's probably a better idea. It is hard to cut fabric, especially this thick felt. Work smart, not hard. All right, guys, so I'm going to continue to cut mine out. And I think that's all that I'm going to show you today, because I think that's all you'll have time for in our class. So I'll be excited if you choose this project. It can be even inspired by Halloween or whatever holiday. Okay, friends, I'll see you later.